End of last season in keeping Celta in the division, involved in what appeared to be every single goal that the club scored.
5 of the last 6. Mexican midfielder Hector Herrera makes his La Liga debut in place of Tomás Partey, while the Argentine winger Angel Correa, who was heavily linked with the move away,
has shown us just how good of a player he can be if he's confident. But this is still Iago Aspas' team on the road.
Chasing it back is Joseph Aidu, and he's been the revelation of the young season.
Guys, Felipe, big center back, scored quite a few for Porto. He gets all of his head on this one, but it goes directly at Blanco, who reacts.
For Trippier, similar to Juanfran, lots of crosses from the right. For Lodi, similar to Felipe Luis, he'll keep the ball on the ground and try and triangulate. That's crossed in back. Araujo trying to get it away. Good pressure from Angel Correa. Player who provides that kind of intensity and effort for Simeone's men. Central midfielders and wide men. From a long way out harmlessly toward Jan Oblak. No trouble. Call him versatile would be an understatement. Saúl Ñíguez plays virtually any position Simeone could draw up for him. This is João Felix.
Sending the fullbacks up on either side at the same time, which is as per usual. The problem recently,
Rafinha, the intended target. João Felix, who's there. Aidu will win most of those aerial challenges.
And Aidu almost at the center midfield line.
There's Lobotka. Expectations, but an injury-plagued season that maybe has lowered his ceiling just a touch.
It's no contact with Oblak with his lower extremities, and he does with an elbow. Fouls on Denis Suarez, his first red in his career.
Romayo leans on Lobotka for Celta.
Longtime assistant of Quique Sanchez Flores, who conceded 8 today in the Premier League. Every set piece so far that's been sent in by Trippier has been met, all except one by an Atleti player.
Dimina. His last touch by João Felix.
My first instinct is to say Godin with that number 2 on his back.
Leaves it for Denis Suarez. We're trying to get it back across. He's here for Lobotka. Dennis.
Look at Iago Aspas on the weak side there, on the shoulder of Renan Lodi.
There's a berry. It's touched out by Jimenez. This will be a throw for Celta, who've kept steady pressure on Atlético at the Metropolitano.
It hasn't been
interesting to see the number of times that Suarez and Rafinha are close to each other, particularly on set pieces. João Felix. Rafinha was impeding his progress.
Once again, it's an Atleti player winning the ball in the air. Vigo decided to stay back.
And the width provided by the fullbacks, Lodi and Trippier. Saúl. Iago Aspas. Dennis curls it in. Felipe nods it away. There's Hugo Mayo.
That's what I said, corner. Asking a little bit too much from Santimina. He's a physical presence, a lot bigger than...
Little over 10 minutes remaining in this opening half.
To the system to get the most out of Rafinha. Celta, a team that usually plays in a pretty regular 4-4-2, looking more like a...
Laid it out.
Seems to be quite a few fans from Gal. He does try to pull out of it, but still manages to step on a lot of these foot.
This would be a free kick for Celta, we assume, but he's being held up here by Melito Lopez.
Well, as he loses his balance, he falls into Saúl a lot further forward than he usually does. And I think that's because Rafinha is in the midfield as well.
Pulling the strings. For the moment, Atleti out shooting Celta 8-2. 3-1 on target.
Celta have done well to keep possession of the ball.
Clip toward the back post, looking for Santimina, nodded away by Trippier.
And I was talking about the midfielders not attacking those half spaces, and that's exactly what...
Knocked down by Araujo. That's going to be given against the Mexican center back. 2 minutes added on. We've played.
Or shadows João Felix every time number 7 goes into that attacking third. Well, it was a similar...
Ram up front and play him there with Morata, but I agree with Tom. You've got to get João Felix into a higher position there, and Gal Correa looked very, very sharp. So those...
Kozlu has kept a close eye on him. It's not only just about the positioning, it's about affording him space with runners beyond.
Hugo Mayo. Aidu has the game's only yellow card. Araujo and Olasa make up the rest of the back four. Rafinha, Okay, Lobotka, and Dennis across the...
And I think we'll see Correa at some point making way for Morata to try and have...
By Herrera. Lovely work by Correa to find João Felix. Felix with a sight of goal, and it's always bending away. This will be the 8th corner kick now for Atlético.
Felipe has been a real dead ball threat in this game. 3 headers he's won.
Rinse and repeat. Koke again to the near 8,000 in attendance today at the Wanda Metropolitano. You can hear them. Dennis Suarez, it'll just be a free kick.
The Englishman knew exactly what he was doing. Dennis Suarez actually turns him, gets on the ground, gets up, and then Trippier tries to run from Rafinha. Nothing in that at all, not a foul. Rafinha breaking the lines on the dribble, sucking in those defenders, and then getting an option.
This is Hector Herrera. Trippier. Fran Escribá today without the 2 suspended players.
Correa to do some damage.
And it will be Herrera as Eric Krakauer nails the set. Trippier. Saul. Possessed by Araujo.
He's been brilliant, Araujo.
Olasa could not get Lodi. Tempo's gone up just a tick here in these minutes of the second half. No one. So we will get the
Celta Academy, Bob Sheikh.
He was sold by Celta in 2015. And brought back. Borca was the intended target there, but Olasa couldn't find it. Here's Tomas. Vitolo.
Position, lovely dummy from Vitolo, allowing Renan Lodi to get the ball. And then I think he would have been in an offside position. Compare that with Cristiano Ronaldo, a Juve against Atleti in this stadium. He got 60, and that's the difference. Devising a system that's going to get... When Ansu Fati, who's 16 years old, he's taken La Liga by storm and wondering why it can't happen with João Felix and Atletico.
All flung in.
A little bit too much of himself there to outrun everybody in a baby blue jersey.
Meanwhile, we're about... The guy who's a center midfielder by trade has played often at left back or left wing back for Atleti. Now lining up on the right wing. Koke does pick up the booking. It's his 2nd yellow this season.
Big save from Jan Oblak.
More often than not, it's Trippier on the delivery.
He don't reinforce the point that you were making.
He rehydrated Santimina. Trail forward, here comes Celta Vigo. Santimina once more against Trippier on his right. Tries to go for goal. Doesn't get it to dip.
Lobotka.
And he put on his own fire there, Pop Shake. Saul throwing his body into it. And he'll be whistled for the foul. Rafinha.
Lovely.
It's an escape trick from Rafinha. Again, it's Santimina.
In the dying embers, and that is not an offside. Not a correct call, I mean. Clearly in line with Lucas Olasa.
Back on match day 3. They left it a bit late, got an 84th minute equalizer by Dennis Suarez to snatch a point.
That the game that allowed the perfect hat trick for a forward who scores with his head and both feet. There should be a similar term for a goalkeeper who's made the kind of saves that he has.
Aspas off. There's Lobotka getting forward. Swung it back post. It's Sisto, first touch.
Just following Diego Costa everywhere he goes. Cynical, professional. Anyone in the same position would have done exactly the same as Papa Sheikh. It was frustrating.
Foul does
usually courtesy of Diego Godin or Antoine Griezmann.
Neither players want to start to the season for Celta. They've already played Real Madrid, Sevilla, Valencia, now Atlético Madrid, and it's match day 5.
Smooth sailing ahead of them.
Contested, hard-fought match between Atleti and Celta, and they'll share the points as Atleti missed out on the chance to take over top spot provisionally.
Two teams that were